Draco here, welcome. Let's do some action here. I'm gonna jump right into the action because we already have a game. And we have to try to get back on track with this league here, which we are not doing well in. This hand is amazing, we kept this. And having a hand like this with a turn 1 Aether Vial and a Warlock Grove, I think I rather want to see if I can avoid taking too much damage. If possible, we can pay the Warlock Grove and the Aether next turn. The run itself is not exciting. If you want to see the list I'm running, it's a pretty good list. But I've had a bad set of games when we start out here. So even though we were, I think, doing pretty well, we had some rough draws. So we are down 0-3 here. But let's just bounce back and win these two. And hopefully this deck can perform as it should be. So here, I don't think I want to subtlety that one. I think playing an adept right after this, then he needs to remove it, and then next turn I can Vial in the master. So I think it's okay to try to be more conservative with my subtlety, especially in this matchup here. This is a good draw. So now I can play this. And not take too much damage from the Warlock Grove. Next turn we can actually also play the Mimic if we want to copy the Master. That's a pretty nice play. One of my favorite things to do on with a turn 3 with a Vial on 1. So he attacks in, we block. This is sometimes because they have another one, but I don't mind it. We don't want to take the damage anyway, so. Here comes the other Ragavan. Still, I think it's absolutely fine. I don't like this situation here. Okay. The reason why I'm iffy on this situation is that I don't think I want to play out the Master and the Glass Mimic in this turn, because if he then have a removal spell for the Master, he can just kill it off. I think actually it's the better line is to simply play the either Otavara or the Warlock Grove. We probably want to Subtlety next turn. And Subtlety and then copy the Glass Mimic is also an amazing play. So I think it's fine just to put in the Master and then activate the Mutavault to block. And if we do that, I think we're not gonna Otavara anything here. So let's just play that one down. And we might as well just play this Aether Vial here. What's going on here? What does he have? So early in this league we played against the Sagavan deck, the Junt deck running with the Saga. We don't know yet if they're doing that, so seems like more of a boomer type deck here. See, this play is interesting. Okay, I actually don't hate this. I can do all sorts of plays here. So he plays that down. I don't want to subtlety that one. He creates a little dude here. He gets 2. That's unfortunate. Okay, I want to put this up here. So attacking the Master into the Grist I think is fine. Then if he double blocks, we can copy the Glass Mimic. And then we still have the subtlety up. Block with the Ragavan, that's crazy. Okay, so give me the 2 for 1. So let's see what he does here. But there's an alternative line now. We can Otavara the Ragavan as well. He's really in the tank here, Memp. Okay, so he does this, it's fine. Then we have the Subtlety up for anything he plays next turn. You can of course grist one of the things away, but that's just how it is. Then we have the Subtlety. So killing this, I think I'll allow it because I want the Subtlety value. I could Otavara it, but we can't even replay it, so I think it's fine just to let it die, it's fine. Oh my god, that's one thing we couldn't do anything about. Okay. Collected company, okay. This is a brew. I was expecting something like Liliana or Ren 6 or you know, Pyromancer. But they're of course coming from the collected company now. Let's see what he finds here. I still think I want to put in the Subtlety just to... of course, Cruxa is great. But, okay, so you also got a grist. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. So I discard the Otavara here. Let's see what happens. Okay. So actually he, you know, kind of exhausts all his resources. I think there's actually a better line into just to wait here and kill it with the Motor Wall instead. And in case we do that, I think I want to crack the Warlock Grove here. Oh, that's perfect. So now it's important to get this one up here. Motor Walls. Actually, that turned out pretty good because even though the Grist could kill another one, he now exhausted all his resources, and I have a Subtlety up and 2 Motor Walls going crazy. So I don't hate this. I don't. He can't play another Collect Company though. Then again, we can then put in a Subtlety. Seems like another Collected Company. So I think we want the Force Negation is this matchup here. Oh, that one. Oh, from the yard. That's pretty nice for him. Lucky for us, we can just do like this. So let's see what he does here. If he puts this on the top or bottom. This is great, now the Motor Wall can just hit in and we hit for so much here. He put it on top, okay. So it's good for us. We know it's going to be played next turn. And these Vials are just going to stay on whatever they're on. Yeah, okay. It goes to 5. And we keep the Gladful Mimic because now I think we want to put up the Vial next turn. Tarmogoyf. Another Subtlety. I think that's going to seal the deal. Running Collected Company in Jund here. We didn't see the Sagas, so I don't like the Tidechippers that much. Okay, it can grant us invulnerability, but not the best here. We did see the Tarmogoyf and the Kroxa, so it's a graveyard heavy version, which means we wanted to have this. Grafdigger's Cage. This is not my deck list, and I don't really like this card that much, but I can see definitely that it can work against Kroxa, but I don't think it's worth it. You could also get in the Kira and dismember for that one. So we take out this card here. Okay, so we saw one Collected Company. That just seems like a weird tech. Maybe he's not stacking them up, but that leaves me wondering if I should keep in the Force Negation. Normally I would take those out. Probably still correct to do, right? We could definitely cut a couple of lords on the especially now. So normally people cut the Lords of Atlantis instead of the Masters. But actually, I want them to play the Lord because that'll give my Merfolks +1/+1 as well. So I like cutting the Masters instead. We did take in Dismembers. Svealoon is good in this matchup here. I think we just want to cut. Maybe we cut one of the Tidechippers. They can block in early, so I think I want to cut 3 of the Force Negations. They're also worse when we have less amount of. Subtlety was good here, but I don't know if they're running the. If they're actually running the Furies. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, not the most exciting, but we do have the Kira, which we can play. This hand just dies to an early Ragavan, right? And the Force Negation might do nothing here. This is better because we have the Trickster as an interaction spell. The Cavern of Souls is not really important in this matchup. They don't have any counter magic, so I just think I'm just going to put that one back and say let's go. Yeah, here comes Ragavan. It would be nice to draw the Tidechipper or the Dismember here. Ah, Cavern of Souls, perfect. We needed that card. Not. So we're gonna take a hit from the Ragavan. This is what we tried to avoid by mulliganing. Okay. Pretty nice tech having the Noble Hierarch as well. I like this card. Really good value. Yeah, hitting for 3 is nice. So that means we might face down a tough threat next turn. He can play a 4-drop next turn. He can actually play a 5-drop next turn. So we are not looking good here. Imagine he just plays a Fury next turn. Ah, Kroxa, perfect. I'm actually glad he did that. We have so many lands, it's fine just to discard something here. Here we're just gonna tap down the Ragavan who goes to attack. Okay. The Croxa attack was not the most dangerous I ever experienced in my life, or the Croxa play. This is not gonna survive, but we could play Lord and activate Mutavault next turn, so we do have some defense up and running. He actually also shot himself to 16 with these Stomping Grounds. I think this was a misplay of him playing the Croxa there. Short target artifact or enchantment. And I have to play, I've never seen this card before, so I have to play a spell each turn. That's fine. I'll do that. Otherwise it becomes a 3-3. Oh, that's sick. That's cool. That's crazy. That's a good play. I love Unearth. It's also old card. You can see here if you want to go down memory lane with me. You can see Unearth. I have it in my old border cube. Such a nice old card. Unearth is printed in Urza's Legacy. You can see here. Original printing. I always loved this card. Such good value, you know. You get a creature for 1 mana back. That's just great value. And you can cycle it for 2 if you don't have anything you want to put back. It was always good. But especially here. Okay. I don't think we need the Minamo here. But I don't think I want to take damage from the Warlock Grove. So let's just discard that one. Take too much damage here anyways. Ooh, Svealoon. Do we Svealoon? Or maybe we just... the problem is we can't Lord and activate Svealoon. Then Svealoon is not indestructible, but he's pretty far from getting it up and running, the big one. It's actually a consideration going for the big play here. Yeah, I think I want to do that actually, because next turn I still have good play. This is for all the marbles, but you know, how can he actually kill it? Yeah, he can kill them anyways. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. They have the yeah, they have the Fatal Push, of course. Fatal Push, Fatal Push. And Fury as well. He can also just play it on the Fury. But if I play the Lord, he just Furied my board. So Fury would just kill me anyways. Unholy Heat, he can't get up and running. Lightning Bolt can't kill it. Fatal Push can, but he needs to kill something off first. He has 2 cards in hand. I think I want to go for the gamble play here of the Svealoon. Next turn, because playing Lord here is just like kind of weak. Then he can just attack with Ragavan or this Outlander Liberator, and we have to trade with the Trickster and Lord. Yeah, let's go for the big play here. Wait, he can't attack with both of them. Playing the Lord and activating Mutavault next turn is a pretty good play. This is Jack. There's so many arguments for both lines here, I think. It's better mana usage to get the Svealoon down now, but it's putting it at risk, of course. He doesn't have any black mana for the... yeah, he has the Ognoble Hierarch, okay. I want to play this one. Okay. I think we lose if we kill... we don't lose, but it's not good if he kills the Svealoon here. 3 cards, it's pretty stuck on mana. He can't outright play a Fury. You need to discard a red spell. since he's not doing it fast, I think we have you know, we're not outright behind here. If he attacks, it's oh, that's perfect. I'm glad. Now we have an indestructible up and running. So this is of course amazing. My problem here is that I can play the Lord of Lenses, that's just great. Then I can attack with Vial and still have Mutavault up and running, but then I don't have Subtlety up. If I attack with Vial, I can threat the activation of Mutavault. And I'll draw a card. But I draw a card anyway if I Lord of Lenses. Let's do this here, I think it's better. This is a safe line. And I only attack with Showdown, because I don't want to have any of my dudes to die. So Aether is actually absolutely fine card to draw here, because I'll just pitch that to Subtlety if I need to. And we have a really good board here. So this means that I have an activation of Mutavault up and running. You see what he got here. He can cycle this one. Okay, so that's good for us. He's a bit stuck on lands, it seems. Okay. I don't think I want to Subtlety that. And that one. So he can consider attacking with the 4/4 here, but we can block with 2 3/3s. Okay, so here I think I'm just going to block with the Trickster. He played 2 spells, so now it's going to bounce back, right? Did he play 2 spells? No, he cycled and played 1. Yeah, he played 2 spells. Trickster is pretty good. So here I actually think I want to do it like this here. Showing this one. Now I'm indestructible with Vial, and now I can also untap the Vial with Minamo. Perfect to draw a blue card here. So I was glad I played this Vial early, but actually, more often than not, it's the correct line. Just get it down. Even though it's, you know, you put it at risk sometime. Okay, just a jump here. I'm not sad to see that. And now we're just gonna hold up Trickster and untap value. And also we can activate Mutavault. He knows about the Trickster. There's a consideration for trickstering the Ignoble Hierarch in upkeep, just to, you know, grind his mana a bit out. So Grist is actually a pretty good target to Subtlety. I think that's worth doing. Just to tempo him out here. Then I can tap down the Outrider and beat him in for 1 million. On top, okay, that's cool. I think we are threatening lethal here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. He needs to block now with the Ignoble Hierarch, which will stall him a lot. I'll tap down this idiot. Now I can attack with the team. Okay, Tide Shaper is also interesting. That actually means that we are lethal, right? He can block this one, so he can take 9. Yeah, that's lethal. And he conceded. Great win here. I really enjoyed how we bounced back from his pretty good start here. But I think we played it well, and we'll be right back for the last round where we'll definitely get the win. And we are back for the last round here against Dean Machine. This is a boring hand, but we keep it. And there's many considerations of lines we can go here regarding the opening play. We could play out the Tide Chipper, but if he's not in having an island, it's just a low impact play. Alternatively, we can use the time to get the Mimic out, saying that then we at least have mana enough to go around. And then playing the Adept on 2. We don't see anything from him, so it could be anything. So the Glassbone Mimic is pretty good, and we get a lot of draws in us, and the reason why it's good is because it can copy the Lord of Atlantis. So the alternative line is to say, let's play out this as a 1-1, then play out the Lord, hit for 2. Then we can, you know, mimic the Lord and hit for a lot the turn after. Then use this for later. That's actually a decent line. If he has the island, this is a much strong card. In the dark though, I think this can be so much better and giving us unblockable later. So let's start by just getting out the Mimic. I think that's worth it to make sure we have enough lands. I often find myself doing this and being satisfied with my choice. Okay. Spurn. Burn changes a lot. I'm glad I took this line against Burn because the Taichi was doing nothing. Svelun on the other hand is pretty nice. And I think what we typically want to do here is that we want to make sure that the monsters with her don't go out of control totally. How can we do that? Well, first of all, the Tide Chipper is interesting because it forces him to use a removal spell. But using the removal spell allows him to then use the red mana. It's actually, these types of effects are actually pretty good against Burn because all their mana is colored. It's always like, you know, Boros, Charm, and Searing Blaze, stuff like that. That's, you know, red pip, or red pip, white pip. So that's why getting them to blue mana is really, really strong. So maybe I want to exhaust their removal spell first, and maybe just play out the Trickster first. I think that's actually a pretty nice line. It's really conservative, but Adept is so bad here. Maybe he uses something first to get the Swift Spear up and running. And then we can tap it down. Yeah, here comes the level spike. This is fine for us because he gets his prowess activation up and running, and then we can tap it down. Next turn we're gonna play the Svelun. This is such a strong play against them. They need to use 2 removal spells to kill it off. And then if we log enough to draw a land here. Okay, next turn I want to draw a land. Let's just start by playing the Svelun. I think I'm gonna attack with the Trickster because putting, you know, pressure on them is also important. And I don't enjoy sitting back with the Trickster here because if he kills us with the Svelun, then I can't even block the Swift Spear that well. So the worst case, even if you have double bolt for the Svelun, the worst would probably be Searing. Oh, he attacks in here. Yeah. I think actually we're considering blocking it. Or should we? It's because he has a lightning bolt, so we want a 2-for-1 us. I think it's still better to block. He's gonna lightning bolt it. Oh, he played a land, okay. But if he's searing plays, it's so bad. Okay, I'm not gonna block. So searing plays is bad because it's 5 points of damage. That's 8 points of damage, we go to 8. That's rough. It's Boris Jam, okay. I think this was probably not as well played as I talked about here. We should have blocked here with the Trickster. I think I played this wrong here. Now we're too low on damage here. Okay, that's a good draw. We want to draw the card. Now we want to get them off white. Hang on. See if we can draw a land that doesn't cost us damage here. Cannot. I think Waterlogged Grove is so dangerous when he's on 3 cards, but maybe it's better to get him off white. Yeah, the Force Negation is going to be hugely important here. We're just going to jump with one dude here, and we can even double spell next turn. We're just going to jump with the Adept. The good thing, Force Negation was an amazing draw. Because I think I played it wrong. I should have blocked with a Zeigl here. But taking him off the white is also pretty good. Okay, so he attacks in. He did not attack. That's good for us. Okay. So we needed to draw the land there. The problem here is that I don't think I want to go for it here. He could just the problem is that I can't force negation by pitching a card in my own turn. If I play the Adept, I can maybe draw a land, but that will still cost me mana here. I think I'm just going to attack with Zeigl alone to hopefully draw the land. Okay, Subtlety. It's not a land. So here actually I think I'd rather just want to play out the Tide Chipper. So I can force a negation if it comes to that. Or maybe I just pass actually. Yeah, let's just pass. So here comes the burn spell. Boros Jump. Which I have to force. We can kill him next turn. Maybe he can kill us now. Yeah, he should have the win here with the Lava Spike or Lightning Bolt. Ooh, he does not have the win. So I have the win. What an excellent set of interactions here. Oh, that was close. I think I misplayed. I should have just I should have blocked with the Zeigl or with the Trickster. But anyway, I don't like this member in this matchup. We can't take that much damage here. Chalice of the Void is amazing. It's all 1 mana spells. That's not good enough. This is not good enough. They're not gonna burn me. Spring Seize is an argument. What do we don't like? Adept is kind of slow. Force Negation is amazing. Subtlety is not that good. What did we cut here? We cut the Dismember for the Chalices. That's fine. Spirits of Sprite is not the worst. They have so many 1 mana spells. don't think it's good enough. Maybe this is just fine. Maybe the Spring Seas is good. Subtlety is not amazing in this matchup, so we cut one Subtlety for Spring Seas. Spring Seas is pretty good because you can really store them on mana. Why is the Tideshipper good? The Tideshipper is really not that good. Especially because we have Chalice of the Void as well. Spring Seas, I can see many people saying, why are you signing this in? But really, as I said, the mana constraint is hard on them. I think Subtlety is only somewhat good in this matchup. Okay. This hand is fine. We're gonna keep this. We can play either Vial on 1, Tideshipper on 2, and then hopefully Zeigl on 3. Okay, that's fine. Much rather want you know, playing down spells here than creatures, especially because we don't have a blocker early. This is not the best start they can have, and he also mulliganed, it seems. I don't want to counter this. I want to use this late. Sometimes they'll do something where they're gonna use a spell in a less fortunate way. Okay, what a bad hand he has here. And we can even stall him out on the mana here and then protect Tideshipper. So this is an easy win, it seems, because doing this here is really strong. And we can even protect it. But this being an island is just so rough on him. So he doesn't draw any. He's almost at concession level. Rough beats for the Dean machine, but he was really close to winning. And he conceded. So that was a fast bounce back, but I'm really glad to see that we managed to bounce back from this here. Let's just do some post-game evaluation of the deck here. We did this run because we saw a list that got a 5-0. You can see the list here. And this list got a 5-0. It was piloted by Arcbound Pappy, but originally built by Zeigl, so shout out to Zeigl. This is this list here. And pretty cool list. I think there's some interesting tech here. We didn't get to run the Spellstutter Sprite, but I think it's pretty nice tech against the Cascade decks. So I think all in all, it's a good build, and I'm really interested in the way to build this, because this is some of the things I've been doing a lot lately. So I like this version of the deck here. I think this is a really classical, sweet spot to be in for Mono Blue. But this list is what I'm, really impressed by at the moment. The reason why this is interesting is that you cut down on spells in favor of creatures. So you play the Master of Waves and the Subtleties, and then you can use either Vial to put them in, and you have 4 Glassbloom Mimics, all 4, because they make a lot of sense. Copying the Master of Waves is amazing. So this is another great copy target. And the Master Waves is great in this meta right now. So I might do a run again with this deck. Also because Chalice of the Void 4 from the sideboard. I think this card is amazing right now against Murktide, against, we saw it just burn here, but against many decks this is great. Of course against the Cascade deck as well. So instead of the Spellstutter Sprites, maybe it's better just to get in with the Chalice of the Void 4 of. So, but thanks for watching. And I'm glad we bounced back. Hopefully we can do even better next time. So until next time, see you. And if you like my content, don't forget to give me a like. And you can see in the screen right over there, you can see this is my Twitter. Go there. It's fun there. I sometimes stream as well, and of course my YouTube. But thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.